Hey guys, Jerseytoof here, coming at you with another video. Today we are featuring Azumarill, but with Play Rough and Ice Beam. No Hydro Pump here, and I feel that in this meta, having Play Rough and Ice Beam as a safe swap comes in clutch. We are leading Skarmory, so it covers a lot of the grass types in the front, and we can lure out any grass types that might happen with the safe swap with Azumarill. We can always hit it with that Ice Beam. And also been seeing a lot of Azumarill swap-ins on my Azumarill, so we have a Play Rough for that. Yes, Bastodon we were really weak to, and then any Registeels that come up, but we can work around it with what we have. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Once again, I know I'm getting a lot of views from people that aren't subscribers, so just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and get notified every single day when I upload my content. The support has been amazing, and it's going to be a long season, so I hope you guys are ready for videos almost every single day. There will be times that I don't upload every day, but I'm going to get into a habit of every single day like I have been. So without further ado, let's get into these battles. Azumarill with Play Rough and Ice Beam. Can it kill the meta? We will find out. So until tomorrow, guys, Jerseytoof out. Remember, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for... Now let's get right into these battles now. Rhino City is up first. What you got for me, Rhino? Skarmory into Umbreon. I wasn't too sure how to play this matchup, so I wanted to see how much damage a Sky Attack would actually do to an Umbreon. I haven't played Skarmory in a very long time, so we're just going to see how much foul play. It does chunk away, so Sky Attack coming through here. In my mind, I'm thinking about, can I catch a foul play on my Azumarill? So that's what we're going to attempt to do when we get down this Umbreon down low enough. So another foul play coming through. We're going to let it go. We're not going to use any shields in this matchup at all. So at this point, I'm thinking, yeah, this is almost time to swap. So I'm going to bring up my switch timer, and I'm going to try to get done this foul play, and I just missed it. So at this point, I could have shielded and maybe even farmed down, but we're going to let our Skarmory go down. And now we can bring in our Azumarill to bubble down completely and get all this energy, because they're staying and they're letting me farm. All right, last resort coming. Just a little bit of chip damage on me. So we got some loaded energy for what it comes in. It's a Tropius. Okay, we're going to hit this thing with an Ice Beam and hopefully get to another Ice Beam before we're taken out. They shield the first one. And at this point, I probably shouldn't have shielded this because I don't think a Leaf Blade at this range would have taken us out. And we would have still gotten that Ice Beam off anyway. So that was a misplay on my part. But we're going to get this Tropius down really low. And at this point, I was trying to catch a Leaf Blade with my Ferrothorn, but then they have an Azumarill in the back. So this is an ideal situation for us right now. So Ferrothorn on Azumarill is a favorable matchup by far. So and they actually let that Power Whip go through. I think they see the writing on the wall already. So we're not going to shield anything this thing has to throw at us. It's just a Play Rough, so that just tickles Ferrothorn. So we're farming up enough energy so we have a Power Whip to hit the Tropius with. I know it won't take it out at the range it's at because Power Whip is double resisted by Tropius. But we want to get some chip damage off on this thing, and they actually let it go through. And at this point, I think they actually backed out of the match because this Aerial Ace did no damage. Yep. Okay, good game, trainer. Want to know hype? This was actually the first set I did with this team, and I've done a couple since then. And you know, it has its weaknesses, but it has a lot of advantages too. And I think I like this a lot, and I'm going to continue to practice with it. So we got Shadowgardevoir up first. This is just kind of spicy. This is where we want to catch our Gardevoir right here. Actually, our team actually resists Gardevoir, but they did a nice swap into their Stunfisk. So we could bring in our Azumarill here. Yes, we do not have Hydro Pump, but we really don't need Hydro Pump against this matchup. So at this point, I'm not going to shield the first one. I was a little quick, and it was just a Rock Slide. So now we're just going to try to build up to 2 Ice Beams and try to like fake that we have Hydro Pump. And another Rock Slide coming through. I don't know why he's not building up to an Earthquake, but it's all right. We got Ice Beam coming through. Boom. And then we should be able to get to the second Ice Beam here, but I wanted to actually try to bubble down. And I don't know if that was the right play, but I thought an Earthquake was definitely coming through, and it was just another Rock Slide. But we had to shield that up just so we saved all that energy we built up. And I think they're going to bring in their Gardevoir back in, so we're just going to Ice Beam this thing. And we're probably going to get a shield and then probably just go right into our Ferrothorn. No, we go right back into our Skarmory. Okay, then I have a Frostlass in the back. Okay, this is kind of interesting. They get their last shield there, so we're going to try to get to another Sky Attack here. And I think I'm actually going to let my Skarmory go down and let my Ferrothorn with one shield do some work. And this was a mistake right here, too. I bring in my Azumarill. I should have went for a Play Rough because Ice Beam is resisted by Frostlass. But I wasn't too sure if they had enough energy to hit me right away, and I definitely could have gotten to a Play Rough, and it would have been pretty close to taking it out at that range. But it's all right. We have Ferrothorn in the back to try to farm this thing completely down. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to shield this Avalanche and then farm, farm, farm. And they saw the writing, so they brought in their Gardevoir so I couldn't farm. But then we have this Power Whip locked and loaded for this Gardevoir. Takes it out. And we're going to get hit with a Shadow Ball here, but it's definitely not going to be enough to take us out at this range. And we're able to farm down the Frostlass. So 2-0 hype. Good games, trainer. We also hit that 800 win Great League mark. I know that's nothing compared to some of y'all, but hey, we're getting up there. FabioPerps is up next. This is another match I'd made a couple mistakes in. Swampert lead. We like to see a Swampert lead. It's not super favorable, but it's definitely a favorable lead for us. Hydro Cannons do start to add up, and they come at spammy rates. So I want to see how much Hydro Cannon did. So yeah, okay, it did a little decent amount of damage. Almost did half my health. So this Sky Attack will almost take out a Swampert, though. So they're going to have to use their shield. And I'm thinking, what can I do here? And I want to shield this up and try to get their last shield with a Sky Attack. And I wasn't sure if I can actually get to shield up and get to another Sky Attack, but I probably could have when I look back on this. I should have stayed in that matchup. But we bring in our Azumarill, and they have a, I'm guessing, Grass Knot Cresselia here. So this is not a great matchup for us at all. Yes, we have a shield advantage, but this is not looking good at all. So we're not going to use our shields here because I know that I need to probably keep this for the back end. And those Grass Knots don't do as much damage as you think because they don't have stab off of Cresselia. So it's going to take 2 of them to take us out. And we're just going to get as much chip damage as possible off on this Cresselia beforehand. We got it down in the red without using the shield. So that is really great. Grass Knot coming through. So now I think I'm going to bring in my... Yep, I'm going to bring in my Skarmory here. And I was hoping to get to a Sky Attack, and we do, and they bring in their own Skarmory. So that was a great swap on their part. They got locked and loaded. So now we can bring in our Ferrothorn here. We do have Thunder here. I was hoping that this was going to one-shot. This is my pretty much my only win condition here. And it doesn't. So we're going to have to shield up this Sky Attack right here. Because I did not want to have all that damage. So we're going to try. We should have went for a Thunder. We definitely should have went for a Thunder. But in the moment, I didn't realize it was just one more Bullet Seed to get to a Thunder. So we would have been able to avoid that Sky Attack and have a lot more energy for the Cresselia. And then we would definitely have been able to take out that Swampert. So that was a mistake on my part, but we're going to learn from that mistake and know that we know that it's only one more Bullet Seed to get to a Thunder. I swore it was like 2 or 3 more, but I read the Sims, and it's definitely could have gotten there and would have had a lot more health to take on the rest of their team. But hey, good games, trainer. 2-1. All right, let's get into game 4 here. Yeah, like I said, the Hydro Pump has a lot of uses, and I usually use Hydro Pump. But I got a little advice from the Click Nick on Twitter, not on Twitter, on Twitch, and he said he was running Play Rough Ice Beam, and I liked his reasoning, so I wanted to try it out, and I really do like it. I mean, it has a lot of play, so this is a match that I really did. We just were hard countered. Like, I didn't know how to really. I should have not swapped in Ferrothorn on Empoleon. I should just stay with my safe swap and went with Azumarill. But hey, it's all right. We got the Toxicroak out, so we're gonna try to farm this thing completely down now and have all this energy built up. I always get in that habit where, you know, sometimes you don't feel like Azumarill is the best swap, but that's your safe swap. You have to stick with your safe swap. There's a safe swap for a reason. Empoleon comes back in. These are resisted, but he's kind of squishy in Great League. So we got 2 back-to-back Sky Attacks. It's going to be very close to taking out this Empoleon. And they actually get a shield from them. So now we're going to bring in our Azumarill, and they had a Cresselia in the back. So this wasn't looking good no matter what. So I'm going to have to start shielding up here, because these Grass Knots are going to come fast and furious. This is one instance maybe that Hydro Pump could have helped out a little bit more, but those Ice Beams actually have, you know, DPE-wise, I mean, it's pretty close to Hydro Pump. So we're going to have to shield up again here. Now the Grass Knot, it's going to take 2 Grass Knots to take us out, so I'm hoping I can get at least to the switch timer, so I can get out of here and save some of this energy. The switch timer's up now, so I caught the Grass Knot on my Skarmory, so that was a good play. So this is going to come down to the wire here. We're going to get to another Ice Beam here. And this should get the last shield from them. Yes. And this is where they made another amazing play too. They bring in their Empoleon to get a little bit more chip damage off on us. Drill Peck does chunk away, but I have this Play Rough right here. That's going to be just enough to take out this Empoleon at this range. And if we had a little bit more energy, we would have been able to Ice Beam. So after the mistakes I made, we still were almost able to come back to win this matchup. So another game, good game, trainer. Can we make it a winning set when game 5 right here? Let's see what happens. TX Finch is up. What you got for me, Finch? And this is what I was talking about. Here's that Registeel. And I was like, what do I do here? So I'm just going to safe swap into my Azumarill. And a lot of times they're not realizing that I have Play Rough and Ice Beam. So it's all right. We're just going to try to chunk away at this thing as possible. And they got a Abomasnow. Okay. So we're going to go Play Rough here. And that's telling them that I don't have Ice Beam. So that chunks away, gets a half health on this Abomasnow. And we're just going to let actually, we're going to shield up our Azumarill. That's right. Okay, we should be able to get to another Play Rough before we're taken out. We CMP tie. So at this point, yeah, I'm actually double shielding. I wasn't too sure if I double shielded. So let's see if they want to shield this up. And they do. So I'm going to get out of there and go right to my Skarmory and put some pressure on this Abomasnow. And they double shield their Abomasnow. So now I can just farm down and a little bit of lag there. So it's going to be a Weather Ball Ice. It does a little decent amount of damage, but we're able to farm completely down. I know Registeel is coming back in. So I'm just going to farm up to a Brave Bird and hit them with a Brave Bird. It does a little bit more damage than a Sky Attack. And my switch timer is about to come up, but it's okay. I'm going to let my Skarmory go down. So we're just chipping away at this Registeel. Focus Blast takes us out. So we could bring back in our Azumarill here. And we're just going to try to get to... Oh, they switch out to their Azumarill. So I'm just going to go Play Rough here. And we have our Ferrothorn in the back. So that's great. Switch into our Ferrothorn here. It's going to be 1 Power Whip. And at this point, I wanted to undercharge my Power Whips. That way I can get to have a Thunder ready on that Registeel. So I don't care what they have thrown at me. It's not going to hurt. So I don't even care what health I have. I just want to have a Thunder ready because I will win CMP against Registeel. Another Ice Beam. So we're just going to farm down and have this mash on that Thunder. And I'm hoping this is just enough to take out this Registeel at this range. And it almost was. And we're going to get hit with a move. So I see we were a CMP. Flash Cannon coming through takes us out. But Azumarill comes in and bubbles down. So that was a good game. So that just shows you that you can work around a Registeel on this team. So we were able to get a 3 and 2. So we even got a Galarian Farfetch. How about that? I was pretty surprised to get that, even though like we don't need any more. But hey, something new. So, I mean, a Hydro Pump, Play Rough, Ice Beam, it's up to you. It depends on your team comp, but I really enjoying Play Rough, Ice Beam for now. So until tomorrow, guys, Jerseytoof out. Remember, you guys are so awesome. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said throughout the video, Hydro Pump has a lot of advantages, but so does Play Rough and Ice Beam together. It all depends on your team comp and what you're really trying to do with Azumarill. And like I said, you just got to watch out for Bastodons and Registeels. In that last game, I showed that you could still beat a Registeel with this team. You just got to kind of work around it and have a little bit of help from your opponent sometimes, but you could definitely still work around it. There's really no hard counter except for Ferrothorn. Registeel really hard counters Ferrothorn, but that Thunder did hurt, didn't it? So once again, I want to shoutcast some of y'all's videos this season, so please hit me up on Twitter. I always put my name on every one of my videos, so we could work it out, and maybe I could shoutcast one of my viewer battles. It would mean a lot to me, and I'm sure it would mean a lot to y'all. I mean, I just want to give out to the community as much as possible. We're starting to get up there on subs. There might be a giveaway coming. We don't know. There might be a number in my mind that I'm just going to be happy to get. We might want to give away something, so keep that in mind. Tell your friends about us. So until tomorrow, remember, you guys are awesome, and please subscribe. You know you want to. All right, Jerseytoof out. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.